This week in storytelling, it's accountability under the microscope. From companies managing crisis to a book dealing with family curses, we are learning why owning your story is the most powerful story you can tell. Let's look at brands. The big story this week in the marketing world was Godrej Consumer's acquisition of the men's grooming brand Muuchstac, or is it Moustache? They end it with a C and not with a CHE. So not Moustache, it's Muuchstac. So Mouchstac's power isn't just in their product, it's in their story. They built their entire identity online as a digital-first, direct-to-consumer brand through content and community connections. They didn't pretend to be an old-school FMCG giant overnight. They were accountable to their digital native audience. Their success story is their community connection. Your brand can build immense loyalty by being accountable to its origins and its core community. Don't chase mass appeal immediately. Own your niche story and the rest will follow. And coming up next, how publishing used the curse narrative to explore inherited accountability. In literature this week, one of the most anticipated releases was Cursed Daughters by Oyinkan Braithwaite. This novel directly tackles the powerful story of inherited accountability, the family curse handed down through generations. The protagonist must decide if she is fated to repeat a tragic story or if she can break the pattern. The narrative tension is entirely built on her fight to own her own destiny versus an inherited, inescapable fate. For writers and storytellers, inherited trauma or a family legacy is an incredibly powerful storytelling device. The characters' journey towards accepting their past and taking accountability for their future is the engine of an appealing plot. Tech is all about the future, but this week had major stories about accountability for the present. The US Commerce Department authorized the export of advanced AI chips to Saudi Arabia and the UAE. The story here is about global competition and the accountability that comes with leading-edge technology. Meanwhile, in India, companies are securing millions in funding for AI in healthcare and logistics. The underlying story is the incredible pace of innovation, but the question is, who is accountable for these powerful tools? The companies building them or the governments regulating them? In the tech narrative, with great power comes greater accountability. The most successful tech stories are not just about innovation, they are also about the ethical frameworks and the accountability measures built around them. Next up is the culture segment. We are looking at how an Oscar-winning film is being used as a model for something totally different. We've seen films inspire fashion lines and art movements, but this week was unique. The hit Netflix series, The Floor is Lava, has teamed up with immersive Gamebox to create a real-life multiplayer experience. The story here is about taking a popular, playful narrative and translating it into a physical, shared experience. The creators are taking accountability for the feeling of the show, the adrenaline, the strategy, the teamwork, and making it an active art form for the audience. The line between viewer and participant is blurring. News media is often criticized for sensationalism, but this week we saw incredible examples of responsible, sensitive storytelling winning awards. The Hindu journalists won the Ladli Awards for their gender-sensitive reporting on a horrific crime and the challenges faced by transgender people. These stories were about accountability. They shifted the focus from sensational details to the deeper structural issues and the need for accountability in healthcare, governance, and safe spaces. They took accountability for telling the right story and not just the easiest one. Even in news, the storytelling choice matters. To build lasting credibility, focus on telling stories that highlight accountability and structural issues rather than just chasing clicks with sensationalism. The golden nugget for this week is simple. Stop avoiding responsibility in your stories. The moment a character, a company, or a person takes ownership of their actions, their past, or their future destiny, that's when the audience truly leans in. That's the part people connect with. Whether you're building a brand or just navigating the week's headlines, your willingness to be accountable is your single greatest asset. Use it. So that's the story this week. I am Shruti and this is Whiteboard Authors, the week in storytelling. I'll see you next week. Until then, stay curious and stay inside the story.